Marxist, socialist, communists, Islamists, progressives, and liberals may be diverse ideologically, but they are each aspiring towards the same form of government, and that makes them their own nation already. Understand what I'm saying? These groups are diverse ideologically, but they share a national unity project because they can agree that they want to live in something called a borderless democratic republic that will not have an electoral college, and they can agree that they can call that republic a borderless democratic republic or a borderless democracy. They also agree on what constitutional rights should be amended, and that means they have consensus on what meta-ideology they could place their constitution on. I'm here to tell you something. If you're an American and you're still spinning in a corner trying to diagnose the country or explain the world around you, Americans are polarized not because we're racially and culturally incompatible. That's a surface answer. The crux of our problem stems from the fact that we're actually aspiring towards two different forms of government. If you're trying to conserve a federalist constitutional republic like myself, you're not compatible to live in a borderless democratic republic that won't have an electoral college. That doesn't make you racist. That doesn't make you a bad person. This comes down to nature. This comes down to your human constitution. So we should all accept right now and today that Democrats or global citizens have a right to want to live in a democracy that won't have borders, and we have the right to resist. We have the right to actually say, hold up, these territories that are aspiring towards that form of government should actually exist outside of the union they're in with us. Because if we don't put them in their own republic, they're going to drag us all into a democracy with them. And I don't know if you understand this about democracy or not, but a democracy is a form of government where the people elect the representatives, and those representatives form an oligarchy that can rule with absolute power. A democracy devolves proportionate to our census size, and we're over 300 million in census. So if you want to live in a constitutional republic where you have gridlocking mechanism and an electoral college, you probably don't want to be dragged into a democracy with people who keep calling for democracy, even though they don't know what democracy truly entails. Culturally, millions of people have been taught that democracy is some golden goose that they need to aspire towards. The rest of us understand that we will tolerate democratic processes so long as we keep more First and Second Amendment rights with an electoral college. Folks, I'm telling you this right now. We are not compatible for the same union. Why? Because we're not checking for the same republic. Why? Because we're not aspiring towards the same form of government anymore. I hope this puts your mind at ease. You don't have to worry yourself about how you're going to defeat each and every interest group I've named. See the ideologies that I just mentioned as if they are their own nation already. And if you do not use the strategy of putting them outside of the union so they can't bastardize and weaponize our Constitution and take more ground in political power, if you don't embrace separatism today, you're going to get dragged into a democracy with these people. You're going to get buried so deep in democracy, it will look like your ass was never born. Don't say you weren't warned by your girl. Marxist